Welcome everyone to Science 200 at SNHU. I am your instructor, Dr. Janie Sigmon. I know that I wrote up an intro in the announcements and I told you all about me and where I went to school, what jobs I've had and all that kind of stuff. But here I am face to face with you so that you can see me and hear me speaking. I want to welcome you to the class. It's a great class at SNHU. It is a natural sciences class for people who are not in majors that have to do with the natural sciences. So what are the natural sciences? They include biology, of course, the best natural science, and chemistry, physics, astronomy, environmental science. Yeah, there are some other ones. And you will cover that in the first chapter in your textbook. In this course, you are going to learn about the scientific process. Now, I know that you learned about this in the 7th grade. In fact, you probably learned the steps of the scientific process, but I will tell you as an adult now, it is more complicated than that, than what you learned in the 7th grade, because if it was that easy, it sure wouldn't have taken me as long as it did to earn a PhD or to do any of the research that I ever did. So we're going to talk about that this term, how science works. So first of all, you're going to learn about what are the natural sciences. Next, you're going to learn about the scientific process by choosing a topic. And so this is a current event, something that's really, really important in the natural sciences. You're going to choose one, like ocean acidification, climate change, electric vehicles. I don't know, there are a lot of them. Genetic engineering, genetically modified organisms, that sort of thing. You're going to choose one and you will research it and write about it for the rest of the term. And as you're doing this, you are going to go through the scientific process steps. You're going to learn how to look up scientific sources. This is very important, and you should be able to do this out in your normal life because there are a lot of opinions, as all of us know now. There are a lot of opinions out there about this topic, that topic, every topic under the sun. But you need to get to the facts. And so you have to look up the science. And it's hard to understand the way that science is written. And we will talk about that during a couple of the weeks. How you can manage to get through a scientific journal article to find out what the information is, whether it's relevant to you. You'll also look at sources to see if they are credible. So is this an author who's not being paid to give you a certain result, right? That's credibility. So we will be talking about that this term. You'll learn all about your topic, and then at the end of the course, you will make a presentation, a slide presentation with speaker's notes about your topic. Don't worry about any of the steps. Every week we build on this project. You add to it every single week until at the end you make your presentation. So let's see what else you need to know. You need to know that you work in what's called a SUMO, that's the name brand, SUMO web text. So the textbook is online. You cover one chapter per week, so there are 8 chapters in the book. It all has to do with our topic of the scientific process. Many of the assignments in the textbook are graded by the textbook, so I don't grade them. So if it's a multiple choice question, it's automatically graded, put directly into Brightspace where you can see your grades. Then there are other assignments, especially those having to do with your topic and the discussion board postings that I grade. Now I give feedback on some of the work that you do in the textbook, like per chapter. But I don't go in there and grade each one because the textbook does that automatically. If there's ever a dispute, though, all you have to do is email me. I can check on it, fix it, whatever we need to do. But I do grade a good bit, and especially the important assignments through the term. Let me know if you're ever having any issues, if you can't get your file uploaded, if you uploaded the wrong one, because that always happens. Make sure identify your files by the correct name so that you know which one's which when you put them into Brightspace. And you will have discussion board postings, not every week. You will have discussion board postings in weeks 1, 3, 6, and 8. So know that those are coming. Deadlines. So the only deadline that's different is your initial discussion board post that you have in those weeks that I just mentioned. Your initial post about the topic, whatever it is, has to be turned in by Thursday before midnight. And then you will also have 2 response posts to your classmates that are due by Sunday evening by midnight. Everything else is due by Sunday before midnight, right? Another thing for you to know is that I have office hours. I have one online office hour on Sunday evening, East Coast time, 6 to 7, where I am online and you can drop in and talk to me face to face, on the computer, face to face. If you have any questions, if you need any help, if you're just stumped, if you don't know where to start, if you're having problems, that you need help with, whatever it is, drop in my office hours. I will send you an invitation to that when we get past that first week, because you won't need that on the first Sunday night. You don't start the course till Monday. So I will be sending you an invitation. These are WebEx meetings. You can do this from your phone. You can just do an audio if you want to just talk to me and not show your face. That's perfectly fine. Or you can get on your computer and do face-to-face with me. So I have that every week, Sunday, 6 to 7 Eastern time, because I'm on the East Coast. If that doesn't work for you, I can set up some other time. So just let me know. I'm pretty flexible. I'm retired. This is my only job. I teach 2 sections of Science 200. But I do travel. I travel all the time. For example, the picture at the bottom, the sunset picture, that's at the beach, where I love to go to the beach, Seabrook Island, out from Charleston, South Carolina. The middle picture is of my county. That's a wildlife management area where they grow sunflowers, and there was an eastern tiger swallowtail right there. And then that third picture over there on the right was a picture from Scotland. I went on a nature tour in Scotland back in May, and it was one of the most wonderful experiences of my life. And I took that picture of a puffin. I've always wanted to see a puffin, and there's a puffin. And I took a bunch of pictures of them and lots of other things too. So I do like to travel. I love nature. I love photography. Every picture that you will see this term, every picture back behind me that I change every single week is one that I have taken. And so you will see part of my digital photography hobby that I sort of share with people. But I love nature. I love biology. I always have, and still do, and will until the day I die, I'm sure. So anyway, that's a welcome to you for the course. Like I said, please let me know if you need anything, literally anything. Just email me, m.sigmon@snhu.edu. Welcome to the course. Can't wait to meet you through the discussion board and learn all about you and work with you this term. Okay? Hope you have a great week.